Scorpios, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot, and this is your reading for the month ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates or you feel it will in the future, because obviously it's not happened yet, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Just to address the elephant in the room, I am dressed as Princess Elsa. It's my niece's 4th birthday today, so hopefully she will be happy that I have done as she has requested. Yes, let's get on with your reading. What's happening for the beautiful Scorpio this month? Firstly, you have 7 of Cups, then you have Page of Cups, then you have Judgment, then you have 10 of Swords. So as always, I'll talk you through these cards first and then clarify and get more out of them. 7 of Cups. This can be daydreaming, procrastinating, illusions, very much imagining a lot, whether or not that be purposely, kind of creating scenarios in your head. Like some of you, it's like you might be deluding yourself into happier energy, if that makes sense, kind of manipulating certain, I don't know what that's about. There's something where you're just imagining different things, visualizing. Maybe there's something here where you're visualizing different scenarios, you're visualizing success, you're visualizing winning. Either way, I feel as if you are very good at turning negatives into positives, and I feel as if you may have a very active imagination this month. Because of that active imagination, it's up to you whether you let that play tricks on you, whether you let that be imagining the worst, or whether you use all that mental energy and like you got like so much vivid, bold circumstances, situations you're able to see in detail. It's up to you now whether you use that for your benefit or not. Page of Cups is a happy surprise, an apology. Some of you might be surprised by love this month, by your partner, showing you a lot of adoration, showing you and surprising you in some way. Others of you, if you're single, you may be surprised that you have feelings for someone or that someone has feelings for you this month, but it's just popping up out of the blue. You don't really see it coming. Judgment, figuring out, there's a big decision, there's a big judgment call. There's also like, the funny thing about the Judgment is it's almost like a little cooling, like a little tiny whisper, little feeling that you need to be changing something, that you need to be going in a different direction, that you need to be, it's make or break. It's time to make a big decision, but it's a little tiny niggling feeling that is going to cause a huge change. It's going to cause a huge uproar or stir up in your life, but it's like coming from this tiny little cooling, and it's this huge contrast of massive big shifts happening in your life from one little tiny nagging feeling that something needs to change. It just feels very honestly beneficial for you to listen to something little whispering at you, nagging at you, to do it. Whether that be, oh, I feel as if I kind of want to look up maybe what other jobs are available, and just like this tiny niggling feeling, and that tiny niggling feeling will change everything. 10 of Swords is like the minor arcana of the Death card. I love this card, and it's kind of Scorpio-y in that obviously the Death card's Scorpio's card, and this is the minor version of it, but also it's that feeling of rising from the ashes, of things are going to get better and better, and the only way is up. Like things are looking up. In the traditional tarot, that's a sunrise in the background, and so no matter what's happened in the past, there's now this hopeful feeling of like a new dawn is beginning, a new day is coming. It's also like that song, it's like it's always darkest before the dawn, and I feel like how liberating is this feeling you're embodying this month of, you've been through some stuff, but it's always darkest before the dawn, so things are about to start brightening up for you and getting better and better. Clarify the 7 of Cups. Clarify the 7 of Cups. You have the Page of Wands. You're visualizing, some of you are visualizing traveling, moving, wandering the earth, globe trotting. It's just like you're visualizing where's your next place to travel to, where's your next destination. Seven of Cups also visualizing, you could be visualizing yourself doing different things, taking on different roles, playing different parts. And what I mean by that is maybe different jobs, different things that are outside of your comfort zone, and you're trying to kind of see yourself doing, and what you would fit, what would your skills and qualifications or past experience, what would they kind of mean that you're now good at? Because I feel like you're changing. You're changing paths, or you're trying to pick a different path, to pick a different, like, there's something shifting. And it's like you're just, honestly, I feel like at the start of a video game when you kind of pick your character, like on Mario Kart, and you pick which character to be, with the Page of Wands and Seven of Cups, that's what I'm getting. You're like, who do I want to play now? Who do I want to be now? And then you're becoming that. Clarifying Page of Cups, you have King of Swords. Someone very unemotional and cold is going to surprise you by showing you feelings. You've broken someone a little bit. You've broken their kind of cold exterior. You've cracked them open. With the King of Swords being very shut off and very black and white thinking and very like unemotional. They don't wear their heart on their sleeves, and they aren't a mushy person. With the Page of Cups, they're going to surprise you, and it kind of means a whole lot more as well, because if anybody else had shown you emotions and feelings, it would be nice, don't get me wrong, but it's because it's coming from someone that doesn't like to do it. They would rather cut off their arm than show that they have feelings for anybody. Honestly, it's like this person may be in a very like outdated mindset of like showing emotions makes them weak or something. And so because of that, because they think in that terms, they really, really, really don't want to show you any feelings or emotion or kindness or care or love, and you're forcing them to. They're kind of a bursting. I don't know what this is about. I don't know if you're already in a relationship with this person or if it's someone completely new. However it resonates though, somebody definitely has a lot of feelings for you, and they don't want to express it, but they have no choice. Clarify the Judgment card. You have Strength. Strength. With Judgment, you're strong enough to make this change, this judgment call, this decision, and it's because it's a little tiny step. And I feel as if looking back, you're going to go, how did I have the courage to do that? Like, in a couple months' time, you're going to go, I did that in July. How did I finally make that decision? And it's because it's not one big thing, it's one little decision at a time, right? So going back to my other example, some of you have this niggling feeling maybe, I might start looking for a different job. Because nobody has to know but you. Nobody has to know that you're searching online for a different job. It's a tiny little decision just to make an inquiry or a search. It's nothing big. And then it's another decision to maybe, oh, I wonder if I've got my CV anywhere handy. Oh, I wonder, maybe I'll just send it through, right? Like there's like one little decision at a time, but it leads to a massive change or a massive upheaval in a good way. Others of you might not be about your job, but it's something maybe, oh, I wonder what other houses, right? Like maybe you want to move house or buy a different house or something like that, but it's one little tiny decision just to look into something is going to lead you to actually making a big change, maybe towards the end of the month or next month, but either way, like you're getting things moving. But there's something where it's, in the past, you would have not had the confidence or strength to make this decision yourself. Almost like in the past, if this is about a job, you would have just waited until you felt like you needed to move, like you weren't comfortable. You would have waited until you had a bad coworker or you had something forcing you out. If it was about a house, it would have been until you had a bad landlord and you wanted to get away from them, right? There's something now where it's, the reason it's requiring strength is because there's nothing in particular making you or forcing you to change or move apart from a calling or a whisper to maybe look into something. Maybe there's better out there for you than what you're currently experiencing. Do you have the courage to follow that maybe? Clarify the Ten of Swords. You have the Ace of Swords, which is very, very nice because that's clarity, that's authenticity, truth, honesty. I love that. Things are very black and white and becoming very clear. after a time of you being left in the dark and not knowing what is coming, that sun is rising, and the sun brings exposure. And because obviously without the sun things are dark and it's hard to see, now that that sun is rising, things are becoming very clear. Your life is becoming a lot clearer as the sun comes up. And I feel like it's coming, that sunrise and that clarity is coming after you are taking action to make a plan to change, move, or create something different for yourself. No one's making you, nobody's telling you, nobody's picking you up and putting you somewhere else. Like, you're calling the shots, and it's making you feel in control of your life, but also clear and happy that when things aren't working out, you're realizing you're in power, like you're capable of just changing. If you do change, if for some reason you change jobs and you don't like it, you can change to another job. If for some reason you change home and you don't like the next home, you can change it again. Like, there's something where there's some type of clarity coming in of you're not actually forced to stay where you currently are. You can always move, and if you move and you don't like it, you can move again. Like, there's something where you're realizing you have a lot more free will and a lot more ability to roam the world than you once were made to believe, whether that be because you thought you had to be committed and stay and loyal to one thing forever, or whatever it may be. There's something where you're opening up to the idea of change, and it's changing everything. This month there's big changes coming from little things. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Tell Tarot Tuesdays.